I did the one thing everybody tells you not to do when you go to the Philippines. Stand by and you'll find out what that one thing is. Hey guys, it's Walking Man Walks. Back again. It's been a while, but I'm back with more exciting adventures and tips and stuff to know about the Philippines. Today I got a doozy for you. What does everybody tell you not to do when you go to the Philippines? Well, one thing they tell you is not to buy land, right? So I haven't bought land yet. What's another thing they tell you not to do? Don't give money to your relatives of your girlfriend. So, I pay my girlfriend's mom once in a while. She cleans up around the house. I give her 1,000 pesos. A day's worth of work, that's 20 bucks. You're not going to get a deal like that anywhere west of, Malaysia, I guess, or west of Eastern Europe. Anyway, that's another thing I didn't do. Don't marry your girlfriend in the Philippines. There's various reasons for that. One reason is once you marry your girlfriend in the Philippines and you start the road to citizenship in the Philippines, there's new rules you have to abide by that we don't necessarily have in the US. The Philippines is still a country where they really keep track of people coming in and out of the country. A Philippine citizen, there's a traveler's tax every time you leave the country. They charge you money. It's not that much. It's like $35. But just stuff I don't want to have to deal with. I like Bayang, I think is pronounced, visa. If you do get married to a Filipino, it's like a courtesy visa where you don't have to pay the monthly visa charge of anywhere from $35 to $100 depending on what month it is you come into the Philippines. So there's that option. There's the straight up marrying option, or you could get married in another country if you want to marry a Filipino. Now, to get to my issue, the one thing I did that they tell you not to do, the one thing I did that they tell you absolutely not to do when you move or travel to the Philippines, I did. First, if you haven't seen my story about my first Filipina girlfriend and what happened and how she got pregnant with another guy, I'll link that up here. You could watch that. But now, since you guys stuck around so long, the news is my girlfriend in the Philippines is pregnant. And that's why I haven't been making videos or online a lot. But she's now 5 months pregnant. I'm back in Colorado, back at work. I'm planning on traveling there for the birth of the baby. And yes, it is my baby. We conceived in Malaysia or Bali this winter when I was there. It's impossible that it could be anybody else's. So just to answer that question, I know if I put this on a Reddit thread, everybody would say it's her brother or her, her fake cousin's baby or her gay cousin's baby or whatever. Once again, look at my other video if you want to know more about what can happen in the Philippines, what to avoid. But she is pregnant. She's 5 months pregnant, and this is a good thing. This is something I've always wanted. I'm in my 50s. I've never had kids before. I didn't always want. When I was in my 30s, I would just always say I'm never going to have kids. I was a bachelor running around. I'm surprised it never happened before. I've been with, tens of women. I'm not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or anything. So the situation is my girlfriend's pregnant. I'm a Fed worker. Like if you guys watch any of my other videos, I'll link the one here where I talk about the federal job, the fork in the road email. I'm kind of low on the federal totem pole. I'm a GS7. I'm a field worker. I'm a ranger. And 0025 is the ranger designation. We've been exempt from the RIFs and the fork in the road and all that stuff. I still have to do my 5 bullet points every Monday, which is silly of what I do because I don't do the same thing every week, but that's pretty much what I'm putting on the bullet points. So, should I move to the Philippines and start my Airbnb there and continue my videos building up the Airbnb business? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Or should I stay at my federal job a few more years, get established with the baby in the Philippines, just find out what it's like to even, have a baby, how expensive it is in the Philippines. I know this, a lot cheaper in the Philippines to have a baby. In the Philippines, it's a it takes a village kind of mentality, so you got the whole family kind of raising the baby. But I am going to abide by the 2 island rule, and my girlfriend is on board with this. Live at least 2 islands away from your girlfriend's family, so they can't be over the house every day, you know, bugging you for money and stuff like that. And not that that happens every day, but it does happen. Particularly one of my girlfriend's sisters is like, time she wants something, she just comes to not me, but my girlfriend, and asks her, "Oh, can you guys sponsor me 10,000 pesos for a new e-bike?" And, you know, it's like $200. It's not going to break me, but she asks that, you know, for something like that, like once a month. So, I mean, it's just, I don't really care. I have no problem saying no, but it stresses my girlfriend out that they're even asking. And I don't even think my girlfriend tells me everything they're asking for. You know, I've had a couple of her brothers ask for like $40 for seeds for his farm, and, you know, something like that. I'm more apt, but like the sister wants e-bikes, TVs, air conditioners. You know, she doesn't work, her wife works. I'm like, just go get a job and you can pay for that stuff in no time at all. I mean, I know the pay is low in the Philippines, but my pay is low for the US. I can't like support everybody. If you guys want to donate to the baby fund at Buy Me a Coffee, I'll link that up here. And if you guys could subscribe, just like, comment. I mean, you don't have to subscribe. I know subscribing's kind of out of fashion now. So like, comment, share. Again, the good news is I'm having a baby in the Philippines, my first child, and I'll keep you guys informed what's going on.